Okay, so hi everybody. So this is the next episode in the FTB series. Now I have loads of stuff to show you because I've done loads since the last episode, and when I mean say loads, I mean too much probably to fit in one episode. So this is probably going to be an episode, and maybe I'll show you some of them next week on the next episode with whatever I do next week. So we'll try this. You can see I have loads of crap in my inventory. I'm going to clear it up just so I can show you stuff. So let's put all these buckets away. Right, we'll leave that out because we're going to need to show you that. Right, that should be enough space for us. Okay, so what I did since the last episode is I upgraded too much stuff. So step one, you might notice up here in the top right hand corner that it says jetpack fuel. That's because I made a jetpack. So this is a jetpack. This is the reinforced jetpack. Now the reinforced jetpack is the third in a series. So what you do is you start off with a leadstone jetpack. You make that. That's made with this. The hardest things to make in them is the thrusters. It's made with different dynamos. So you gotta make dynamo and then make it. So you make this one, then you make the next one with Invar. So this one's lead, Invar, and this is electrum. Now, you know how to make electrum. It's just smelt silver and gold, and that's how you make that. And magmatic dynamos are Invar, so that's ferrous and iron. Sorry, I got hiccups. The next thing then, next one which I didn't make is because we didn't have any ender pearls. Is this one called the resonant jetpack, and that's the last one of the jetpacks. But I said I'm not gonna bother making this one. One, because we didn't have ender pearls, and two, because there's a better thing for flight that we're gonna get in a while, which is the angel rings. That's just free flight. It's no power used at all. But we just need nether stars for that, so I'm not gonna bother with the reinforced jetpack. But I might do for like a secondary mode of jetpack of flight. Well, anyways, so that's that. So that's the jetpack. That's why I got that. That's why I can fly. I'll show you how to fly. So you just hover up, and then you can switch off hover, and it'll just drop you. And a good thing you can do is you can actually set it to automatically put on hover if it thinks you're gonna die, and your engine then gives you all your power. So if I switch the engine off, like say here I'm a little bit above the ground, it'll just drop me. And you can't hover and stuff while the engine's off. So it's them. And it's different keybinds for different people. I have mine bound to my mouse because I was used to it that way, and it's bound from an old version. So just look up the keybinds in your options. So if you go to options and you go to controls, you can find all your keybinds in here, and then just look for simple jetpacks, it's called. So if you go down here to S, there it is. There you go. You can see they have all the buttons here that they're used. Okay, so that's them. Another thing about them is you can press your button. I don't know what button it is. It's the furthest left on the keyboard, just underneath the escape button and above tab. This gives you your options, so you can switch off the engine, toggle hover mode, and toggle emergency hover mode on here. So that's that. Right, next thing. Now, when I made this jetpack was to go and find endermen, so I could get ender pearls. But in the meantime, a few different things happened. So I made this door. This door here is called a carpenter's garage door. Now the carpenter's garage door is a door that goes from the ceiling down to the ground, and what it does is it basically it's like a piston door that you can make into a really big large door, but it only requires redstone signals going to one block. So like these are all pressure plates from carpenters as well. They're the carpenter's pressure plates. You can make them look what you want. Just right click the block that you want on it. Like that's fantasy block. These are glass. These are Japanese glass. These are Chinese glass. And then the chisel. I forgot to show you what the chisel does. So the chisel in carpenters is this. It allows you to change the type of door. So it's just a smaller pattern, kind of, compared to the hammer. and then the hammer changes the actual shape. Like it gives this glass in the middle. Like this glass should be looking like this if it wasn't edited, but I just put glass panes in the middle. So that's the carpenter's door, the carpenter's pressure plate. That was just so I wouldn't have to put a big door in here to make it look cool. Just make one of them. Pretty easy. Next thing, now I know you're all looking at that sword, but I'm going to get to that sword in a while. I'll just tell you my story. So, made the jetpack, went looking for ender pearls, went looking for blaze rods in the nether. So how I did that was, every time we made a nether portal anywhere near our base, what it'll do is it'll shoot us back into the same nether portal that we made in the nether before. So there's a trick to do it. That also makes you a trick for making obsidian, because you go in this one, out that one, break that one, in this one, out that one, break that one. So you can get loads of obsidian that way. But anyways, that's just a glitch kind of thing in Minecraft. The trick is, if you don't want to end up in the same nether portal, what you got to do is run very far away, at least 200 blocks away, I think, and go into another, or is it 500 blocks? I think it's 500 blocks. Go into another nether portal, and then it'll be a new nether portal. So what I did is I flew all the way across to where I knew one of my friends had a nether portal. I don't know whose house it is. I think it's Mellow's. I just went through his nether portal straight away, and then I got put on a different place in the nether, and it was really up high, and I got killed by a bee. So what happened was my jetpack ran out of fuel. No, sorry, didn't run out of fuel. I got killed, and then I got sent back here. So I had to think of a way to get my jetpack back. So what I did was I made another jetpack. I made a backup jetpack of the lowest version, so the leadstone jetpack. So I think I put it in tools. There it is there. So it's the lowest version of the jetpacks. And that's that. But while this happened, I went... after this happened, I went and I made a portal to the nether, to that new location that I got sent. And I made a new nether portal over there. And that's what this book is for. It's just to get back and forth from the nether. I'm not going to go back because there is still bees around the place and they killed me. So, yeah, made that. And then I made a nether portal outside. And then the nether portal, because it's so far away and the distance is all messed up in the nether, it sent me 5,000 blocks away from my friends, which is about 7,000 blocks away from here. So what happened is I had to walk all the way back, and on the way back I found loads of stuff in like trees, underneath great wood trees, and underneath in dungeons. Well, not really dungeons, but in those the ones from Tomcraft, the ones with the wisps that were up around the place. So I got a good few stuff in that. So I'm just going to show you some of the stuff I got. I got all these. And some villages I went to as well along the way. So I got Mutandis, Magical Chalk. I got an Inscriber Press. That's good for applying logistics. We'll definitely be using that. We might use the Magical Chalk and stuff as well. Some Tomcraft stuff. This stuff is pretty much all over the place. Loads of diamond horse armor. Oh, and I went exploring that place in Mistcraft too, because that's where I ended up getting the blazes from, because there was the stronghold. So yeah, I went and got a few things there, and the best thing I found was these. These are ender lilies. Now I planted them on the ground because I just wanted some ender pearls. So what you do is you plant them on the ground, and they take ages to grow, like a week in Minecraft terms to grow. So that's about maybe a day or two in real life terms. It's faster on, it's a week on ender cores, so it's slower on grass. Endstone is faster than grass. Ender cores are faster than this. So we're going to be swapping these out later, and I'll show you how to do that. But anyways, ender lilies, great things. Like, they're guaranteed to give you a seed, and you might get an ender pearl, and they might give you more than one seed, so you can plant them back down. There you go. So we got a seed, plant back down. Now these ones aren't growing fully yet, so you want to wait until they grow fully, or else they mightn't give you an ender pearl. So that's them, and you can plant them back down, and you can grow your ender pearls. So that's that. This is one of the things I found on the trip. It's called the Ender. Now, this sword I like and I don't like. One thing I like about it is it had empowered, which means I can charge it up, like my jetpack and stuff, or like the hammer and stuff. Sorry, not the hammer, the pick. Oh god, I've still got to show you all that stuff. Okay, the pick. and you can charge it up, and it's meant to increase skull drops, and ender pearl drops. So it pretty much guarantees an ender pearl drop on Enderman. But I haven't actually got a head with it yet, so I think that's glitched, and I might have to go a different route about getting heads. So that's the ender. Right. Anything else I made? Oh yes, all the tools. I told you about this at the end of the last episode. I was going to upgrade them all to the ore thing, so I put flux on all of them. They've all got the tool thing. They can all be charged in the flux infuser, which I moved over to this side. Right over here. There it is. So that charges up our tools. So let's show you an example with the jetpack can be charged in this too. So there you go. Gets charged up. And this takes a lot of energy. It's 2 million, but that means it lasts 30 long. So that's why I have it at that. And I can put the pick in, and the pick will charge up when this is done. I can show you here. I'll swap them. That charges up really fast. I put lapis on the pick so we can use fortune, and I want to put silk touch on the hammer so we can use silk touch and just get the ores and then fortune them when we get back here, so we get loads more out of them. Right. Oh, made this thing over here. This is the draconic chest. So this is what's made out of draconium ingots. I thought we needed a nether star for this, but we don't. And this thing sorts out our whole ore processing problem. Now, do we have any ores? We have yellowite. So, yeah, we have sulfur too. We'll go with the yellowite. What you can do is you can just drop. We've it off here now, but if you drop one in, what it'll do, it'll smelt it, but it'll pulverize and smelt it at the same time. So say we have 41 yellowite here. Drop it in. How much is it going to give us now? Oh, there you go. 42. Oh, yellowite's not going. It doesn't show duplication. Let's see. What can we duplicate? Can sulfur ore go? No. I don't want to use uranium. Anyways, basically it pulverizes and smelts at the same time, so you get basically the pulverizer and the furnace met into one. You can see there's loads of random stuff here from different things I had to make. So that's the draconic chest. Now, draconic chests can auto sort this as well. Once you pump stuff in, you can put it to only pull current smeltable items, pull smeltable items from the inventory, or keep current stacks, so you can put in 5 items here and it'll always smelt them ones. So that's how you get that done. And this is pretty much sorts out ore processing. It's better if I had an ore to show you, but anyway, like I can do it with this. So say netherrack, and I go keep current stacks. So see, it fills up the stack and it smelts it, and that's now nether brick. So let's switch it off again. So where's our nether brick? You can see it's getting made down here. Alright, is it off? It is off. Okay. And now what we can do with the nether brick is we can actually just go down here and then just craft on this side. There you go. And we get our nether brick. So yeah, you can do it like that. It's a crafting table with a furnace and a pulverizer and a massive chest in it, which pretty much keeps everything for early game sorted. So I just destroyed all the barrels downstairs. You might have seen on the way up. There's no more barrels down here. Because I destroyed them all, and I said I'm going to move everything up here. Now I'm going to keep these ones for the food, but I still haven't got around to doing that. But I destroyed all them ones, brought them up there because it's easier to have everything in one place for craft. I found some nether wart in the nether, so that got planted here, and we actually are missing a bit. I don't know why. So we'll drop our soul sand back down. Now the reason why I'm not filling up this whole thing is because I want to put cocoa beans on this side, and so we can grow them. And then I broke these pumpkins because I'm going to put melon seeds in them 2 corners, and we get melons over here. Save space because we're kind of running out of space on the farm, and I don't want to make another farm somewhere else. Yet we just keep all the simple stuff together. We might actually just half and half this potato to carrots and potato and wheat all in one or something. Yeah, we can shrink space anyways. So that's them. So that's the farm. What's the make? Oh yes, the Christmas corner. So yeah, the Christmas corner is still the same. I made another chest, so I made a black one just to make it look like more presents. And I really like these chests, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave them here, and the whole corner is going to stay here because I really like it, and I think I'm going to leave it for the rest of the year pretty much. And then over this corner, when we get to another like event, I'll put it in this corner, and I'll put another one over here. So we'll have all the holidays around the room by the end of the year. So I think the next one after Christmas will be New Year's. I might put New Year's here, and then we're talking like Valentine's Day, St. Patrick's Day, maybe Chinese New Year, Easter. I don't know. We could probably find loads of events. We'll just put them all around this room, and this will be our decoration room. Plus, we got our portals and stuff in here, so it kind of looks cool. I like this room. It's very colorful and stuff. Okay. Then the next thing I did after all this was I had the alloy smeltery. Now that was to make alloys for Solarium, because I want to make the Staff of the Traveler, but we don't actually have an Enderman head and a skeleton med to make the soul binding machine, which we need to do it. So I left this alone, and I left the stuff in here. It's the heads I needed for making the soul binder, and I have a soul of an Enderman in here. So that will get done in a later episode, and I'll show you that. Now, you might see all this craziness. Now, this craziness over here actually started downstairs. So I'm going to show you that. This is our lava power setup. And I went metal. And is it working? That is the question. Let's see. Is there any lava? See, the problem is all our lava is getting sucked up here. Right. I didn't think it through. Okay. So our lava power setup is broken at the moment. I'm just going to fix it. And how I'm going to fix it is I'm going to destroy this, and I'll figure out a different way of doing that. Okay. There we go. So yeah, I made these carpenter's doors with just glass, so we could see in, and I can lift them up and down to edit stuff. So how you do this, if you want like infinite lava without going to the nether and without having to deal with all the stuff of pumps and things like that, this is just a straight up easy way of infinite lava. What you do is first you need some magmatic dynamos, but all the magmatic dynamos in this have to have the upgrades, so the augments. So if you want to make the augments, that's the first one, and then if you click the uses, so we can see them all here. So this is the first one. You need that one plus this one plus this one, and what that does is it gives you 80 RF per tick coming out of each of the magmatic dynamos. Then I used 4. 4 is a good number. You can go over 4 if you want. You pump them into 2 lava fabricators. You can go to 3 if you had about maybe 6 magmatic dynamos. And what happens is this power is more than this. So you see, no, sorry, not this power is more than this. The lava that these use is less than what the lava fabricators make. So you end up with a net profit. So what you do is you use an open tank, and the bottom one will get full up, and that's what will feed the magmatic dynamos. But this top one will never get full because you pump it out when it gets into there. It does. Open tanks only let you pump from the level that you're at. So I put the pumps for all my ones for power up here, so you can see these guys are starting to fill up again, and they'll make us power, which goes up through the roof into hardened energy cells. Things which kind of got me stuck. Right, fluid ducts, which are these. This is the hardened fluid duct. They're the ones you need for lava, and they're made with invar and hardened glass if you want them see-through, invar and lead if you don't want them see-through. And what you do is you put a redstone signal to a servo. So I used reinforced servos because you can whitelist stuff and blacklist stuff if I ever need it. And it outputs it into the fluid ducts. The fluid ducts put it into all the engines. The engines power the redstone energy flux duct. So I have to wait until all these charge up again because I didn't realize it was broken. And that goes all the way up into our hardened energy cell, which is just an energy cell, a leadstone energy cell surrounded with invar pretty much. There you go. So this is where the power is going in. It's kind of running out now because I'm powering all these machines on this side of it. So these ones here are the glacial precipitators. They make the stuff made of ice and snow and things. So what I did was I used the aqueous accumulator with the hardened flux ducts to pump in the water. We could use normal fluid ducts to make this water go up here, but I just used the hardened one because I had loads of them. They make our snowballs. On the other side, I was pumping the lava up this side, so we'd make the cobblestone with the igneous extruders, stone and obsidian. This cobblestone was getting fed back through, so it came out here. It goes into that pulverizer, you can kind of see it there, which made sand and gravel. So the sand and gravel got made into these, sand got made into the glass, and then I used an auto workbench to make sandstone. Now this auto workbench actually won't work until this barrel is full, so that won't work until this barrel is full, and that'll stop the chain. So that's how kind of works. So the idea behind these systems is you want to make, like, once it makes something, it stops. So cobble, once it makes the last thing, it stops the whole chain. So, and then it'll start making all the things previously. So that's how these are working. So we've loads of cobble, snow, ice, everything. That's all for construction purposes and for recipes. Glass down here, we could make other things. So we could put gravel in through the furnace, and we could branch it off again, and we could get concrete. So like we could go to transfer node, into a furnace, into a barrel, which would give us concrete. The concrete could get made into like roads and paths and stuff. There's loads of things that can get made out of this. Or you could go glass into, that glass could get pumped up into there, and it could make us clear glass. But that kind of starts to become an infinite loop, because if we automatically take it out of here, there's no way of telling this when the glass is full. So you kind of want to avoid those things. You want things that get blocked up, pretty much pipes. If a pipe isn't connecting it of some sort, it's not going to get blocked up. But that's just basic. They're like, they used to call them cobble works for the cobble, but I just do it for a lot of things. So that's them. You saw me make all these machines before. I've been using the magmatic crucible a lot to fill up flux ducts. These ones here, the redstone energy flux ducts, are just made with electrum, and they just bring power around a lot faster, and they're less they lose less power as they go along. So some of them here are still hardened, but most of them I've already changed over to the flux ducts. All this one coming up from the lava generation is flux duct. I could change how this works. How would I do that? Alright, so we're talking 4. The problem here is right in there. We need to get this tank to go up higher so it doesn't waste all our lava. So the way to do that would be, alright, if we put an open tank up 2 more, so I might have to move all this down 1 block so we have space. Up 1 more, we could pump out lava into the igneous extruders and stuff, and it wouldn't stop this flow. And we also could pump it over to things like Britannia, which we can use it in stuff. These 2 spaces here were going to be for tanks, but I think after figuring out that that's going to use it all up, I'm going to have to move it up. So that's that. So it's the lava. What else? There has to be more stuff I can show you here. I have my flight. Oh yes, there's more stuff I made. We have this. This is the assembly halo. Now what you want to do with the assembly halo is you want to put it in on your slot and just hold it, and then it shows you the crafting table. So what you can do is you can make something with the crafting table. So let's make something we can use. Let's make sandstone. We can throw some in the barrel. Let's not use it all. Okay, so we have sandstone, right? And then what you can do is you can actually just go over here and then right click, and it'll save sandstone. So every time that you want sandstone to get made, you can just click on it. Is it right click or is it shift click? Yeah, right click. I'll show you here. I'll put this in my inventory. Right click and it will craft it out with stuff in your inventory. And say then we wanted to do it again. So like we go in here and we go want to make sandstone slabs. Now we can just right click and there you go. So every time we want sandstone slabs, it'll just make them straight away for us. So we can click this, and we get loads. So click this, load times. Anyways, we're out of stuff now. Okay, so that's them, and then if you shift left click gets rid of the recipe and you can start again. So this is like just a crafting table that you can carry around. You don't actually have to set down a crafting table, and it's kind of cool if you're making really large things. It's way handier. That's made from Botania, by the way. Here's the recipe if you want to see. You need a mana pearl, so that's drop an ender pearl in the mana pool, 3 mana steel, and a crafting table. So that gets us that. Over here, this is, I think I showed you this before. This is the Endo Flames, and we set up all our setup to automatically do it. Yeah, I definitely showed you this before. I just put glass here so the magnet wouldn't suck it up, so they can all get sucked up. I figured out these can take away up to 2 blocks away from them. They can suck in stuff that it can be used in a furnace, so that's how we get our ender flame, and then it puts the mana in here. Now we're actually going to go away from that since we have so much lava. I'm going to go to thermal lilies, which are another way of doing this, but for lava. And we might actually leave this set up here because it's kind of cool to have, and we'll put the thermal lily one over here in this corner or something, and pump it in the same mana pool. So we get loads of mana. I made this as well. Where is it here? Where? There it is. This is called a mana tablet. This is how we fix mana steel. So basically, if you have mana steel armor, it doesn't have a durability. What it does is it uses mana to repair itself. It does have a durability anyways. It shows up as a durability. But if you want to, you can actually just power it off mana. So if we drop a mana tablet into there, into the mana pool, it'll suck up all the mana, and that will recharge any armor that we have. Now this dark boots are really getting worn out. I think I might actually leave them somewhere because they can be charged, but I need to repair them first. So we're gonna leave them in this barrel because not barrel, chest. We got our ender, we got our jetpack back. We put hover on. Was it hover or engine? I don't remember. Anyways, flying you're a lot faster than walking. So that's them. And I think that's everything I've done. You can see I moved around the machines a little, but I didn't do much other than that. We check upstairs. Oh yes. Yes. Yep. So this one here is going to be the same as downstairs. I'm just going to make things out of wood. Now the problem is, again, we still don't have a chunk loader, but now since we got a good supply of ender pearls, the next episode is going to be us making chunk loaders and showing you all the different things which will be better with a chunk loader. Like this power would have been up higher if I had a chunk loader. All the other power, like the tree farm, would be going all the time. It'd be so good. There are more stuff I found along the way. This thing is called a recipe packer. It's a thing, I don't like it. Basically, you can package your recipes and then you use up paper to make them, but you could just use crafting tables. I don't know why. It's a thing from Buildcraft. We'll avoid that packager for a while. I don't think we'll ever use it. If we find a good use for it, I'll show you, but not really worth it. This thing's even better than the auto workbench, like if you want to make stuff. I could put a barrel here. Oh, and then this could be half slabs. That works. Okay, and how are we going to make half slabs? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked here now. Oh, we can make half slabs that way. Okay, so I think I put it in here. Yeah, I did. Okay. So what you can do is you can make half slabs by putting another one here, and we could put another workbench which makes half slabs, and then that'll be that done. Workbench. Oh, we got a loop problem here then. Anyways, that's sidetracking. I'll make more stuff out of all these, and this wall will be covered in different things that we can make, and some more machines as well. Okay, I think I showed you everything. Yeah, I showed you everything I wanted to show you now. It was very, very fast, and if anyone wants to see how to make anything specific that I was talking about in this episode, please hit me up, and I'll do a full episode on making whatever you want. It'll only be a few minutes. I'm sure they were all pretty easy to do. And next episode, chunk loaders. Yes. Right. I'll talk to you next time.